Well, now that you mentioned that, like I was talking to a dad the other day and I was explaining to him about my business and he was like, I can see why that would be important. I could see that that would help a lot of girls.
Yes.
And I was like, what? And he was like, boys don't need it. Boys don't need sex ed. And he was like, boys just don't need it. He was like, I can see why girls need it. And I was like, so you're telling me like you knew as a 12-year-old that girls have 3 holes down there. You just knew. You just like were born with that knowledge. And he paused and was like, I'm not sure. I'm not totally sure I knew that right now.
I was about to
And
say,
I was
I bet he
like,
learned
this
that
is why
right
you also need sex education. And I was like, that's just like one little example. I was like, how old were you when you realized girls grow armpit hair? Like, you didn't, like, when's the first time you saw a tampon? I mean, it's just crazy. When I was 16 or 17 in high school and I dropped my backpack and like a bunch of tampons fell out on the ground and I'm like picking them up and I wasn't like, I didn't, it was no whatever. I was just putting them back in my
Yeah.
backpack. And this kid whose locker is next to mine, he grabs one of them and he was like, it's mine now. And I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
why do you want that? And he was like, it's candy and it's mine now. And he like ran off with my tampon. And
What?
I was just like, well, that's what you get. Like, you're going
Yeah.
to open that in class and stick a tampon in your mouth, you idiot. But he was 17 and he like stole a tampon from me because he thought it was
Yeah.
candy.
You were
It's
like,
like, this
you're
is
like, the American sexual education system has failed us.
right.